Find the largest positive integer that is less than or equal to the cube of the sum of square root of 10 and 3. This question is from the 2024 UP Math Major Circle's MATHirang MATHibay, which is one of the most prestigious math competitions for high school students in the Philippines. For this type of problem, one common method is to estimate the value of the radical. So we have the radical as square root of 10. We know this to be between 3 and 4, since square root of 10 is between square root of 9 and square root of 16. Moreover, 10 is closer to 9 than it is to 16. So probably the square root of 10 is somewhere between 3.1 and 3.2, or maybe 3.3. But anyway, if we use this value, basically we'll get here something like this. Let's say it's between 3.1 and 3.2. Then if we add 3 on both sides, we get 6.1 cube is between square root of 10 plus 3 cube, and it's also less than 6.2 cube. Now the hard part when we do this by paper, and especially in competitions, is that it's hard to multiply these decimal numbers. Finding the cube of this is hard. And I'll save you the trouble, and I'll evaluate this with a calculator just to prove a point. This value is about 226.9, and this is about 238.3. Now, even if we do this method, this will still give us a range that is between 227 and 238. And that won't still give us the value that we want, because we want the exact number that is the closest to square root of 10 plus 3 quantity cube. In fact, a more or a less strict estimate for this one would be if we estimate this value to be between 6 cube and 7 cube. Technically, the inequality is true. However, if we evaluate this is 216, this is 343. This is a wider range, and of course, it will not give us an answer that we want. My solution for this one involves making use of the property of the radical expression square root of 10 plus 3. Note that if we multiply this by its conjugate, or somehow a conjugate, square root of 10 minus 3, we'll get square root of 10 squared minus 3 squared by the difference of squares formula, which simplifies to 10 minus 9, or just 1. This means that we can rewrite square root of 10 minus 3 as 1 over square root of 10 plus 3. Moreover, we can also write the cube as the square root of 10 minus 3 quantity cube is equal to 1 over square root of 10 plus 3 cube. This might not make sense now, but later on you'll see where I'm going with this one. Now let's consider the square root of 10 plus 3 cube. This is the value that we want. Let's also consider the square root of 10 minus 3 quantity cube. We can expand both of this using the formula for the sum and difference of cubes, which states that m cubed plus minus n cubed is equal to m cubed plus minus 3m squared n plus 3m n squared plus minus n cubed. So this is the sum and difference formulas, which you should know by now if you've taken some algebra courses. Now if we use this formula to expand our cube here, we get square root of 10 cubed plus 3 times square root of 10 squared times 3 plus 3 times square root of 10 times 3 squared plus 3 cubed. We expand the terms. This becomes 10 square root of 10. This becomes 3 times 10 times 9. So we get here 90. And then this one becomes 3 times square root of 10 times 9, which gives us 27 square root of 10. Then lastly, we have here 27. We can do the same method for the second one, and we'll get very similar result, except that we have negative terms. So we get here 10 square root of 10 minus 90 plus 27 square root of 10 minus 27. Now, if we add both of these expressions, if we add this and this, note that these 90s and 27s will cancel out, leaving us with expressions with square root of 10. That's not really helpful because, again, we'll have square root of 10 terms. We don't want that because we don't know the value of square root of 10. So instead of adding, maybe we can subtract the two terms. If we subtract them, this will cancel out, this will cancel out, and we will only be left with these four terms here. And we will do that. So we subtract square root of 10 plus 3 quantity cube and square root of 10 minus 3 quantity cube to get 90 plus 27 minus negative 90 minus 27, which is 180 plus 54, which simplifies to 234. Therefore, we have here square root of 10 plus 3 cube minus square root of 10 minus 3 cube is equal to 234. Now what? We still don't know the value of this expression. This might not be obvious to you right now, but if you go back to what we've discussed earlier, we note that the square root of 10 minus 3 quantity cube is equal to 1 over the cube of square root of 10 plus 3. So we can replace this by 1 over square root of 10 plus 3 cube. And then we can solve for the expression that we want. We can solve for this one as square root of 10 plus 3 quantity cube is equal to 234 plus 1 over square root of 10 plus 3 cube. Okay. So, what does this mean? If we think deeper about the value of this one, we said earlier that this value here is somewhere above 6 cube, which is 216. Therefore, this value is somewhere close to 1 over 216. And 1 over 216 is much lower than 1. So, when we add this value to 234, that's basically adding 234 and something like 0.00xxx, which means that this value here is 234.xxx, which means that the value or the integer that is closer to 234 is 234. I mean, closer to 234.xxx is 234. Therefore, the floor of this one is 234. So the largest positive integer that is less than or equal to this value is 234, and that's our final answer. I'm not sure about you, but I find this method very cute, very elegant, because as it is, it doesn't look like We need algebra to solve this one. But apparently, we can use algebra to find this value. Again, the method that I use here made use of the fact that square root of 10 plus 3 times square root of 10 minus 3 is equal to 1. And I'm hoping that if you practice solving algebra problems like this, you'll develop some intuition into solutions like the one I've used for this problem. So I hope you learned something from me today. If you like this video and the other videos that I have done so far, please subscribe and hit the like button for me, please. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching and please subscribe for more content. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.